Good morning, Tamers. Welcome back to another episode of me, Gear Swiftly. So, for Digimon, we haven't done an in-person thing yet, and this is the first actual Digimon product I've got hold of. So, sadly, I didn't win this. I have had to buy this. I'm hoping to be able to win some of these in the future, but I do think that we are going to have this as an actual pre-release thing, maybe as a set one thing, and then I think we're going to start getting the Tamer Party stuff. That's not officially been confirmed yet, but I do think that's probably how it's going to go. So, as far as I'm aware, they're always the 6 cards the same. So let's have a look at them. So I did grab 2 packs of these. I'm going to put one away, but we'll discuss why probably in a couple of weeks. So we get ourselves a nice Agumon. On play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Awesome. So it says a Biomon. Your turn. When this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, trigger, draw 1. That's not awful, to be honest, for a red card. Drawing is really good in this game. Gabumon. On play, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Oh. Gomamon. Your turn once per turn. When you trash a Digivolution card from one of your opponent's Digimon, gain 1 memory. Patamon. On play, if you have 1 or fewer security cards, trigger, recovery 1. Place top card on your deck onto security. And a Gatomon. Or you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains 1000 DP. So there are promos. I think they look really nice. These are going for like a very weird amount at the moment. I have seen these going for roughly anywhere between 10 to like £30 each, which seems strange because obviously you buy a pack for 30. But as I said, I do have 2 packs. This one's been saved, and we'll go over that in the near future of why it's been saved. I don't necessarily think these are going to be worth a lot of money in the too distant future. We obviously don't know if there's going to be a format change with Digimon or not. There could be a rotationary thing, or it could be a format thing. Going to find out. So, 2 more things today. 1, the current implements of America's product displacement. 2, how it's going to happen in the future. So, as we're all aware, Bandai has basically come out and announced that America's going to be waiting an extra 2 weeks, I believe, for their product to be allocated out throughout America. America's a premium place, this is understandable. America is essentially the largest continent in the world, I believe. On its own. I believe it's bigger than Russia. There we go. At least livable Russia. Dark tundra in Russia. And with that said, I know a lot of people are very upset. I know a lot of people are complaining about how their locals are scamming them for Digimon cards. I've been reading from a lot of different people from a lot of different sources in America that, you know, the average box price is going to be like $200 for a box. Let's face it, this card game doesn't need to have people scalping that much already. And I do think that the knock-on effect will be that people are going to buy the European market out, which is something that happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the middle of last year. Because their Eternity Code got released with Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot later than it did in Europe. So a lot of people brought the European boxes. That made it very hard to get hold of in Europe. That made the price spike again. And then at the same time, America got their first round of stimulus checks, which was, hey, here's a free $1,200. Use it for food and rent. And obviously people who had jobs who weren't worried about losing their jobs at the time because they probably were what we class as key workers, essential workers, just turned around and went, sure, yeah, I'll buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards of it. It's like, you can't eat that. It's like, no, you. So they were buying cases of the stuff from Europe, which then made the supply over here dry up, and then they came out in America. So Americans had like quite reasonable prices for their cards, and then Europe had to basically chill out on the whole, well, your card market is now dried out, your cards are now going to be hard to get hold of, and more expensive. Ooh, hey. So, I know I've been advertising for a few people in the UK that do international shipping for America, which is perfectly fine. This is not a whole America, please do not buy our products. We'd also like to play, which we would. This is just more of a, I can understand if the market in Europe is going to dry out a little bit quicker because America's going to have to like try and supplement themselves one way or another. People can't wait. People don't have patience. That's something I've noticed for a long time. If you say to someone you can wait 2 weeks for all your stuff and you get it for like, you know, a reasonable price, or you can buy it 2 weeks earlier at like double to triple the price. People will generally pay more money to get it earlier, even though it makes no sense. And the other thing I want to talk about is set 5 is really looking crazy right now. Getting these white tamers. Essentially, it's blue and red support and Omnimon support. This has to come off the back of the fact that yellow and green, and I think purple, may have been getting a little bit too powerful for their own good, and Bandai likes red and blue being the main decks. And that's something that we can probably consider their goal for the near future. So, for those of you who are considering that red Omnimon and blue Omnimon were dead, well, think again. There is a black and purple Omnimon coming out in set 5, which is Omnimon Zealot, I believe. I do think that there is a black Agumon and Greymon cards in those sets, which means that they can be found from the draw cards for that. And there is purple Garurumon in those sets as well. So it does kind of help those specific decks out that want to play those two archetypes in those cards. Now I think this is great. I look forward to it. Now the only thing is, I think green is the only colour that doesn't have support for Agumon and Gabumon, as yellow does have access to the Agumon Greymon line, because that's Geo Greymon and Rise Greymon, and then Shining Greymon. So they have access that way. Now, unless it gets changed, or Chaosmon has its name like implemented or changed, there's currently no yellow Omnimon. I mean, there's still chance. Set 5 doesn't come out in Japan until the end of February, so there's a good chance they might actually show us, hey look, there's actually a yellow and green one. Sorry, Chaosmon, you know, we're not loved anymore. But I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen. I think that just how it works, set 1 to 3 is not very interesting when we see what 4 and 5 bring. But we have a weird meta where we're going to basically have set 1 and 3 as a meta. So we have basically 6 months worth of meta within a month period. And then after that we have to wait till May for set 4, which will be when set 6 comes out in Japan. So, yeah, it's going to be a really interesting time. It's going to be really weird, I think, in the near future, knowing what this game's going to try and do and try and bring out. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I do hope that with what's going on currently in the world, COVID's vaccine helping out where it can, production processes will become a lot easier for companies to carry on with. Obviously, it's had a knock-on effect with every card game. I think Magic has turned around and said they're actually running at full capacity now, which is good. Pokemon still says they're only running at 30%. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't announce things like this because they don't like to, I think, the whole like don't admit weakness thing, but I don't think it really admits weakness. I think it's more of just admitting to your fans, hey, basically, like, you know, we might be struggling a little bit more than we should be, but there we go. It's going to be weird. I know Pokemon has just turned around and said they're not doing Hidden Fates stuff anymore. And in all fairness, I understand that Hidden Fates was just money to them. But you shouldn't be running additional print runs of things if you can't do your main sets at full capacity. I think that was really bad marketing for them. But sadly, stock prices won't share that. So, yeah, I'm just hoping Bandai knows what they're doing. Promos look great. I'm looking forward to set 1 to 3. Obviously, our special 1.15. Sorry. I'm looking forward to the Tamer box. I'm looking forward to all the promos we're going to get. I'm looking forward to the Premium Pack 15. 1. Oh, I don't know, set 15. And then I'm looking forward to set 4. I really think they should rename that set 2. I don't like the whole, like, we're going to go 1.5 into 4. That seems like a really weird thing that's going to happen, but I don't know, guys. Either way, thanks for listening today. It's been a bit of a weird one. I don't do any long videos this channel. Podcast should be up hopefully beginning of next week at the latest. But, yeah. Peace out. See you guys next time. Much love. Goodbye.